Hi guys, welcome back. I have been busy. I went and did a little bit of grinding for arrows. I have a little over a stack now. I also got some decent experience out of the deal, as well as some bones, which at this point I probably already have more bones than I'll ever use. Um, did get a couple of bow drops, got a very low level power 1 bow. All of these are almost destroyed. That's fairly typical for skeleton drops in my experience. You get a skeleton grinder every once in a while. It seems like there's not a lot of middle ground. Sometimes you get a magical bow that's in perfect shape, and other times you're getting a magical bow that has basically no durability left on it at all, which is kind of strange, but oh well. So, got some bows. I'll ditch those. Got some bones. I'll ditch those. Was also able to gather a little bit of reeds so that I can make the rest of the bookcases I'll need. I don't know if this may not be quite as much as I need for the bookcases. I haven't even counted, but I certainly need. Trying to think. I had 3 and then I had 4 more, so I definitely need. What am I doing? God damn it. Sorry about that. Let's do this right. There we go. That's more like it. That's also not more like it. God damn it. Sorry. I am totally forgetting my recipes. Not paying attention. Alright. Let's get some books. Okay, that's only going to get me 2 bookcases. Jeez, it's been a while since I made a bookcase, I guess. There we go. I did play some Xbox Minecraft with my girlfriend, my other half, and we had quite a bit of fun doing it. Boy, this is almost, some people are not going to like this, but I kind of like the fact that I didn't have to memorize recipes. There's a part of me that says, okay, I can get like a fishing pole, it's diagonal and then it's vertical for those strings or whatever, but there's a part of me that just, when you get into potions, potions are a bad example, but some of the things that I routinely have to look up, like, I don't know, enchanting tables, I guess, I have to look up on occasion. It's not that I can't memorize them, it's just that there's enough of them that I have to sometimes double check, or I have something transposed. Okay, focusing back on what we're doing here, I was able to get a stack of iron. I'm going to go ahead and make some nice iron armor. This will be the first full suit of iron armor that I have had yet so far. And actually technically it's not full suit because I got some chain leggings in there too. But meanwhile, I've got over 30 levels to spend. I think I'm going to drop 10 apiece. Thorns 1. Not what I wanted. That's pretty sweet. For 10 levels on an iron item. Not bad. Protection 1. Meh. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Thorns is okay, I guess. It'll help with the skeletons. Will it help with the skeletons for... wonder if that applies to ranged... I know it definitely applies to melee. Okay, I also need to go make some iron tools. And I'll actually do that off camera because I'm going to go back and use the skeleton grinder just a little bit more so that I'll have some levels to spend on my iron tools. I'm going to need basically, all tools. And that is not iron. Gosh darn it. So I'm basically going to get everything iron I can get and enchant all of it. I'm also considering switching out my power bow for my flame bow for the short term, just because the flame bow is going to be a lot more useful when I'm not fighting gas and blazes. Gas and blazes both being immune to fire. So I might as well use that on skeletons especially, and creepers for that matter. Get a little bit of extra damage. Should be worth it. Okay, so I am going to do a little bit of grinding, a little bit of skeleton farming off camera, and I will be back momentarily. Hey guys, I'm back. Did a little bit of skeleton grinding in our little skeleton grinder here. Expanded it just a little bit. So I should put a touchdown in here this time. Whoops. Anyway, when it was all said and done, I picked up a few miscellaneous broken bows, but I did end up with a stack and a half of arrows, which is pretty sweet. That'll keep things going for quite a while. Let's go finish this guy off. I'll take these arrows. And I used up all 30 levels of experience that I had, and now I'm coming back with 15 levels. 16 levels, so that's not bad. So I'll go spend the 16 levels roughly equally on the 3 new pieces of gear that I have, which is sword, shovel, and pick. It might be more useful to focus on my sword right now, but just on the off chance I can get, I don't know, I guess I'm playing the odds. I may get 3 crappy enchantments, but I could probably get 1 decent enchantment. Putting 5 levels on an, decent is a strong word. I can get 1 enchantment that sucks less than usual doing something like this. So, and actually, considering the levels I'm aiming for, I'm gonna block 2 of these bookcases. So I'll probably get, let me get 6 on the sword, if I can ever get a 6 to come up. Come on, big 6. Daddy needs a sword of fire aspect. There we go. Sharpness 2, quite nice. I will definitely take that. Efficiency 1 on a pickaxe. I would have been better off putting 1 level on it for that. But that's the gamble I'm taking. And then we just look for 5 on this. Efficiency 1, meh. Better than nothing, I guess. I won't even bother taking my stone shovel with me. I did lay down another chest here. I just put my food in it. I've got plenty of food. I guess I could just, as a proactive measure, just go ahead and throw all the raw potatoes I have in here for now. I'm going to ditch my materials. It's nice to have a pretty healthy amount of iron there. I could ditch a stack of cobble. I really don't. I'm holding cobble kind of in reserve. It's not a big deal to use up cobble, especially considering the fact that it's pretty easily available. As far as I'm concerned, that's a renewable resource, essentially an infinite resource at this point. It's not infinite, but it's probably ridiculously widely available. I'm gonna, if I keep doing this, I've already got more bone meal than I like to use, and stacking up these fairly lame bows is not really adding a lot of value, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I'm sort of compulsive as far as keeping all this stuff around, regardless of whether it's useful or not. Like, for instance, ladders, I would, if they were useful in a furnace for fuel, I would be happy to use them. There's usually a fair amount of ladders. I do believe, though, like I said, I think the nether brick fence can be burnt. I know that wooden tools can be burnt. None of these are very good. This is my only really useful magical weapon. Oh, sorry, more bows. You can't really put the power 1 bows together without an anvil, so that's kind of a pointless thing. I'm actually gonna, in compliance with Super Hostile rule number 3, do not take it all with you. I'm gonna leave about half my arrows here and top off my torches. I'll go ahead and take a lot of those. And I guess the real question is, what do I plan to be doing on this trip? If I am planning on assaulting the blazes, then I should take my power 3 bow. If I'm planning on avoiding the blazes and trying to get around them, I could take my flame bow. Flame 3 is pretty nice. Of course, so is power 3. I got a lot of flame 3, though. Maybe I should... See, the thing is, you'll notice that Amlup has not provided us with the one thing that is really critical to potion brewing, and that is blaze powder. But since we know, and actually I'm surprised I didn't get any blaze rod drops from the, you know, I probably did get some blaze rod drops and I was just too scared to go that close to where the blazes spawned. So actually what I'm gonna do is just to keep things interesting, I'm gonna go ahead and switch out my flame bow with my power 3 bow. I may even take a few more arrows. I'll just top off this stack. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move forward and see if I can I can't disable the blaze spawner is the tough part. When you disable spawners, you're not technically disabling the spawner itself. What you're disabling is the places in which it can spawn bad guys. So in a standard skeleton spawner, if you put a couple torches around it, none of the blocks around it are going to be dark enough to spawn the skeletons. That's not the case. And again, I apologize to people who already know this. To some degree, this is I'm trying to speak to a wide range of people, including people that may not be experts in Minecraft, so that they can sort of learn about some of these advanced techniques that come into play when you're playing a Super Hostile. Because this kind of stuff really is important. I could just leave the blaze spawners there. Well, first of all, I could just bust the blaze spawners. That's probably a bad call. If I want to get, say, maybe 10 potions of fire resistance so that I can maybe fight some gas later on, or for that matter, get across some lava or something. If I destroy my blaze spawners, I suspect there's at least 2 of them, and if I were to destroy them both, that may be all the blazes on the whole map. Strictly speaking, I could maybe potentially go to the nether, and then you'd have an infinite supply of blazes, but I honestly don't know if I'm even going to have diamond tools on this map. I might. I probably will. I'd be surprised if Amlup didn't give you some diamonds towards the end of this thing, but I can't count on it. So at this point, I need to preserve that source of blazes, and it is an infinite source of blaze rods. It's just a pain in the ass to get them. So the other aspect of this is, like I was saying, when you try and disable a spawner for the mobs that spawn in the dark, creepers, spiders, skeletons, zombies, you can put, 2 or 3 torches around and pretty much light up the area to the point where the spawner tries to spawn bad guys, but it can't because it's too light. So the player has to be close, and there has to be a certain level of darkness. Not so with a lot of other spawners. Well, a lot. Overstating it. A lot is overstating it for sure. Definitely blazes. You literally have to put a torch in every single square in a 4-block radius. And that's a square, not a circle. So I guess I shouldn't use radius. You need a square that is basically 9 by 9 centered on the spawner to completely disable that spawner. So it's kind of a bitch to do because there's no way you're going to get that close and put that many torches down without having a bunch of blazes spawn in, and then you fight them and you knock down torches and people get set on fire, and it's just a mess. Especially if these spawners are up in the air, then I don't even have the benefits of like a blazer spawner in the nether, which is on a floor, and at least you can run up there and start slapping torches down right away. I'd have to actually build the floor and then put the damn torches on top of the floor, which is just way too much of a pain in the ass. So really the question is, maybe I should just go in there and fight a few blazes, get some blaze rods. It's going to be a little bit messy, but at least I can do it. And then I can sort of I can get a feel for where the spawners are so that I can avoid them when I don't want the blazes to spawn. And I can get a few blaze rods. If I got, heck, 5 or 10 blaze rods, that'd probably be enough to potentially get me through the rest of the map. There's always a possibility I would need more, but that would be a hell of a good start. So, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll go fight the blazes. It's going to be mostly... I mean, if I can whack them with a sword, that's great. But in the short term, probably almost all the fighting I'll be doing is with arrows. And I mean, I like that. I'm pretty decent with a bow. And if you get a feel for how the blazes move up and down, especially if you can get out of their range, it's not bad. Another issue, though, that I have to deal with... Hey, what's up, buddy? Why don't you come over here? Oh, you fell down. Did you get a boo-boo? Another thing about the blazes, especially on this area, is that any of the blazes, I forget what they call them, but the flame projectiles that they shoot out are going to destroy... I don't mind if they hit a snow block, but if they hit an ice block, that then melts it. It becomes a water source. We've already seen that happen a couple times earlier when I got the first group of 4. And keep in mind that blazes often spawn in groups of 4, which is really a bitch. So they're going to be melting the water. The water then subsequently can be very dangerous for me if I don't know it's there and I run into it by accident when I'm in the middle of a fight, whether that's with a blaze or a creeper or whatever. And also, the water will knock down the torches. So, it's a little tricky. Hey, there's my buddy. There's my other buddy. Ah, yes. You didn't leave me any arrows, you bastard. Alright. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just killing this guy for his Nice thing about blazes, though, is they do, I believe, give a little more experience. Oh, and another thing I should mention is the reason I went back to the skeleton spawner after enchanting all those items, I mentioned it before, once you get to 30, every monster that you kill is like 1/12 of a level. Right around 30, 31, you got to kill like 12 normal guys to get from, say, 30 to 31 or 31 to 32. Roughly 12 guys. On the first level, I think it's like 4. So, needless to say, killing the same number of guys will get you a lot more levels, and ultimately the levels are all that matter, not the number of monsters. So it's always best... almost got set on fire there. I got a free shovel, though. That's something, I guess. So anyway, every time you get to level 30, if you can go back and do your enchanting and come back, it's always worth it. You're always going to get more for your buck as far as the monsters you kill after you've used up all your experience levels. Because that first level's, I mean, it's kind of wasteful to go from 31 to 35 when that same number of monsters could potentially take you from 0 to 10. And so anyway, also, it's never a bad idea to just kind of check out stuff like this just to make sure that there isn't some sort of little chamber or something underneath it. Or for that matter, I'll just clear this out and that way no one will sneak up on me. Alrighty then. Nobody's been spawning, so I must have done a good job of clearing out the spawners. Could get more iron. There's plenty more iron where that came from, but I don't really need it. So the next question is, where are these damn blazes at? They could be in the things that are sort of hanging from the ceiling here. I suspect though that they're in these. I suspect they're in these things. So what I'm going to try and do first is just lay down some torches. I'm not really concerned about stopping the blazes from spawning. If there are other spawners, like creeper spawners, then I'd be worried about that. But right now, there's no chance of me stopping the blazes from spawning. That's just not going to happen. So what I'm going to focus on instead... Oh, shit. Okay, I guess that was just the fire. I'll also put out those fires so I can tell when the blazes are coming. There they are. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Matter of fact, maybe I should use this as sort of a place to hide. Damn it. The snow is on fire. That was a terrible shot. There we go. One down. I usually try and wait until they shoot. You can hear them shooting from a long ways away. Also have to remember that there's a fair amount of guys dropping from the ceiling over here. Damn it. Did I get him? Did I get him? Probably close. Yeah, sure did. And I got a blazer out of the deal, so that's cool. Now, as far as figuring out where they came from, that's a little trickier. I have to keep my eyes on it, but I don't know. I mean, the short answer is, well, I can see where I was shooting, and they all seem to be, at least two of them were up top. Matter of fact, if I went up there right now, I could get those arrows. I'm surprised that I saw one of those arrows are despawning a lot more quickly than I thought they did. Oh well. Anyway. Oh, hello. What's up, guy? Where'd he? I'm pretty sure there's a guy over there. I'm quite confident that I just got shot at. I cannot see him. Where is he? Where are you? Oh, I see your smoke. Aha, so he's up top. You know what? There may have been four of them that spawned up there, and they all spawned. Oh, too close, too close. At least they can't burn down coal, I guess. Man, I am wasting some arrows here. That's a shame. Not great marksmanship. Let's get this guy. Yes! Nice. I believe there might be one more. I hear him. Alright, I'm just gonna put... Oh, here we go. I see you, you little bastard. I see you. scares me, or does he move it out of the way? Oh, yes. I will take that. Grab these. Slap some torches down. Whoa! Whoa! Dad! Get the hell out. Now, needless to say, this would be even worse if it was like, you know, a big pile of wood or something. That guy's dead. I'm actually surprised it doesn't burn coal ore. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I'm thinking here of stories I've heard of coal mines that are on fire for like, you know, 20 years. Because someone started a fire and they never put it out because it was out of control. Okay, torchy, put out the fire. Okay. That's actually not too bad. I kind of like that. Now, they're going to keep spawning. There's just nothing I can do about that. That's just not... It's just not practical to solve that problem. So, I'm going to consider that to be pretty successful. 5 blaze rods equals, I think, 10 blaze powder. And since really the only other thing you use blaze rods for is a brewing stand, and I already have one of those, I believe there's another set of spawners in here. So I'm going to slap down some torches just for the hell of it. And here we are at the foot of the... Oh, no! No! I'm okay with that. Whatever. We got another probably... I guess that's one of the creeper towers. So, you know, we could go take care of that. It's not a big deal. Potentially not a lot of benefit for the effort, though, unless there is a chest on top of it, because, you know, creeper spawners are useless unless you want to make a lot of TNT or something. I guess I could. I have sand, so I could, you know, combine it with the gunpowder and make some TNT. But for all intents and purposes, that's not terribly useful. I think it was just positioned there to prevent me from going around the outside and having to come through sort of the middle here, what I'm looking at. So that's cool. We got some blaze rods. We got a feel for where the, well, sort of a feel for where the blazes are coming from. I suspect there's only one blaze spawner on each of those little snow towers with a little bit of netherrack and obsidian scattered through them. And so that allows me to make some potions now. A potion of fire resistance makes a big, big difference fighting these guys. So actually with one potion of fire resistance, especially one that lasts 8 minutes, that's a lot of fighting blazes. I could pretty much stand down there and just shoot them with the bow from just about point blank range and come back with, I don't know, 20 or 30 blaze rods, no problem. I guess I'd be some wear and tear in my armor, but I'm not sure how much. Maybe not a lot. So, alright, so I'm going to call that a day. I think that was pretty good, and it's pretty obvious we can push in and grab the wool without too much extra effort. I could actually go back and do it right now and just go directly for it and come directly back. I do want to explore around a little bit. There's going to definitely be some loot there hidden that'll help us get to Area 3, Dungeon 3. And we also have to complete the ladders and go up top, and I assume there's a fair chance that there's going to be something dangerous up there that may cause that ice bridge to be a little treacherous, potentially. So, we'll worry about that next time, though. Yeah, next time I'll probably just clear out the area, get the wool, and clear everything out of that area. Make sure I haven't missed any, you know, hidden diamond tools squirreled away in a chest somewhere in a dark corner. Because that would make a big difference also. If I can throw 30 levels on a diamond tool, that'd be pretty sweet. But yeah, that was not a bad battle. Now that we've got some armor and some decent tools, hopefully less chance of fatalities. I will, off camera, probably farm a little bit of reeds, a little bit of taters, bake some taters, and at that point I may just be done with taters for the rest of this level. So that's it. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.